Brendan Rodgers accused of mistreating a rising star at Celtic as Luis Palma looks for the exit door. Lennon Miller leaves Fir Park in tears and now has half of Europe knocking at his door, including Celtic. Aberdeen break their transfer record for an Aussie wonderkid no one saw coming. And at Ibrox, Rangers are on the verge of losing another youth gem to the Premier League while Barry Ferguson fumes behind the scenes. For daily updates on our beloved Scottish football, make sure to subscribe now. News, drama, and passion delivered every single day. Right, strap in for this one, because things at Parkhead are getting a bit spicy. Luis Palma, the Honduran winger who once had the Green Brigade singing his name, now seems more interested in packing his boots than playing under Brendan Rodgers again. According to reports, Palma feels he was mistreated by the manager and is not too keen on returning to Celtic after his loan spell at Olympiacos. Now, let us rewind a bit. When he first arrived, Palma showed flashes of brilliance. He was direct, creative, and not afraid to have a go. But for reasons only Rodgers and maybe his notebook know, Palma was quickly benched and then sent off on loan in January. Off he went to Greece, thinking he would get more minutes and maybe rebuild his confidence. Well, not quite. He ended up playing just a dozen matches, scoring once, ironically in a stormer against a EK Athens. Olympiacos won the Greek title, but they are not interested in keeping Palma. Bit awkward, really. Now he is due back at Celtic, but it looks like both parties would rather not see each other. Rodgers seems to have moved on. Palma clearly feels wronged, and clubs like Panathinaikos, PAOK, and AEK Athens are lurking, ready to swoop in if the price is right. Reports suggest a loan with an option to buy could be on the table, or even a permanent deal if Celtic are willing to cut their losses. All this for a player who was brought in with plenty of promise and a price tag rumored to be close to £3 million. Was Brendan Rodgers right to sideline Luis Palma so quickly? Or did Celtic waste good money and talent by not giving him a proper chance? Let me know what you think in the comments. This one could split the room. Alright, time to talk about the name on everyone's from Lanarkshire to Lennox Town, Lennon Miller. At just 18 years old, the lad might already be the most talked about midfielder in the country, not wearing green and white, but that might be about to change. It was all tears and applause at Fir Park as Miller came off in the 88th minute during Motherwell's 3-0 thumping of Kilmarnock. The kind of emotional farewell you would expect for a retiring club legend, not a teenager still too young to rent a car. That ovation though, that was Motherwell fans basically saying, "Thanks for everything, son. Now go make your fortune." And what a season he has had. Named PFA Scotland Young Player of the Year, Miller was the metronome in Motherwell's midfield. Calm under pressure, clever with the ball, and with the engine of a lad who clearly has never heard of fatigue. He plays like he has been around for years and looks like he is just getting started. Now into the heavy hitters. Celtic have been sniffing around, with Brendan Rodgers reportedly very interested in bringing him to Parkhead. But it is not just a local bidding war. Bundesliga clubs like Borussia Dortmund and Eintracht Frankfurt have been watching closely. Serie A Udinese have also shown interest. And yes, Premier League scouts have taken notice too. Motherwell, to their credit, are playing it smart. They have already turned down offers believed to be around £4 million. And they are hoping the interest spikes into something resembling an auction. There is talk among pundits that if Miller had come through an English academy, we would be talking £15 million easily. Now here is where it gets really tasty. Celtic are in a position where they could pounce. But they have been here before, have they not? Young Scottish talents slipping through their fingers because someone else acted quicker or paid a bit more. So the question now is not just if Celtic can get him, but whether they are willing to pay what it takes before a club from abroad snaps him up. Should Celtic finally stop playing it safe and throw proper money at Scottish talent like Lennon Miller? Or is it madness to pay top dollar for a teenager who has not even played European football yet? Let the debate begin in the comments. Right then, let us talk about the latest buzz from Pedigree. Aberdeen have just made a move that is turning heads across the Scottish Premiership. They have signed Nicolas Milanovic, a 23-year-old winger from Western Sydney Wanderers, and it is being touted as a record-breaking deal for the club. Milanovic is not just any signing. He has had a stellar season in the A-League, netting 12 goals and providing 6 assists in 25 league matches. His performances have not gone unnoticed, with interest reportedly coming from other European clubs. But Aberdeen acted swiftly, securing his services on a 3-year deal with an option for a 4th year. Manager Jimmy Fallon is understandably thrilled. He describes Milanovic as an exciting, up-and-coming player who brings a unique profile to the team, a left-footed, right-sided winger with energy and creativity. Fallon believes Milanovic will add a different dimension to Aberdeen's attack, something they have been lacking. Milanovic himself is eager to make his mark. He expresses excitement about joining a club with a rich history and a passionate fan base. He is ready to bring his talents to the Scottish game and help Aberdeen achieve their ambitions. With Aberdeen breaking their transfer record for Milanovic, do you think this move will pay off? Or is it a risky gamble? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Alright, settle in because this one is bound to ruffle a few feathers at Ibrox. 17-year-old Oliver Goodbrand, one of Rangers' most promising young midfielders, looks set to become the latest Scottish talent to be cherry-picked by the Premier League. Reports suggest he is rejecting a new contract at Ibrox and is poised to join Newcastle United instead. And yes, if this is giving you flashbacks of Billy Gilmore leaving for Chelsea before ever kicking a ball for the first team, you are not alone. Barry Ferguson, serving as interim manager, is not taking this lightly. In fact, he is reportedly fuming behind the scenes. Ferguson believes the club is once again missing a golden opportunity to develop and keep hold of homegrown stars. He has pointed out, quite fairly, that if young players are not given first-team minutes, they will naturally look elsewhere, somewhere that promises them a clearer pathway to professional football. And in Goodbrand's case, that somewhere appears to be St. James Park. Let us be clear, this is not just a lad with potential. Those inside the Rangers Academy have raved about Goodbrand's technique, vision, and maturity beyond his years. He has stood out in youth fixtures and is widely regarded as one of the most polished midfield prospects to come through the ranks in recent times. Ferguson reportedly wanted to integrate him into the first team before the season wrapped up, especially with nothing left to play for in the league. But the delay in giving youngsters meaningful opportunities is becoming a familiar story. Instead of being nurtured into the squad, they are watching their peers head to England, where youth development structures are often more aggressive and well-funded. Now, the narrative begins to form. Are Rangers still stuck in a cycle where only big signings or established names are trusted with key roles, while their own academy stars slip away unnoticed? Or is this simply the reality of the modern game, where the pull of the English Premier League is too strong for any Scottish club to resist? Are Rangers failing their youth players by not giving them proper chances? Or are young talents like Goodbrand too impatient and too quick to chase the Premier League dream? Let us know your take in the comments. This could spark some real debate. Comment below what you think about the news. Don't forget to leave a like on the video to help me out. I post videos every day talking about our Scottish football, so if you're not subscribed, you're missing out on the latest news. See you soon.